Welcome back to Op Replays with Trichon 1.0. This is Tinker Taylor bringing you a massive attack rogue in 2 hits. This is a 181 rogue today. So first hit is me with 4 votes of Hookahs and 4 votes of Grenadiers. So sometimes we go left on rogue and sometimes we go right. When we go left, we do an open with heavies and grins. Sometimes subbing out one of these boats of heavies for another boat of grenadiers, or for a boat of riflemen, or for a boat of Zukas, depending on what you want to accomplish with the hit. On this hit, these are all level 21 mines, and I didn't want to bring riflemen or grenadiers because there's so many regular mines. There's a lot of shock mines, so I'm fine bringing heavies. There's not too many boom mines, so again, bringing just the heavies are okay. They're mine sweeping, so I am a little bit late on my reflare here, but basically we go left instead of right if there are 3 or fewer rocket launchers on the corners of the cells, or on the corners of the core. So sometimes this sniper tower can be a rocket launcher. Then it gets a little bit, it's kind of hard to do just 2 hits and going left. So at this point I'm out of heavies, my flare is still going, so I'm not going to land my grenadiers yet because I'll just walk in and die. So the first structure that you should always take out is this rocket launcher at 6 o'clock. That's why it's not as important to get these cells necessarily. I mean, sometimes you can flare all the way up to here and minesweep all around core, but I knew I wouldn't be able to do that because I was late on my reflare. So my backup plan was just to get whatever I could down of these mines with the gunboat energy I was using on the rocket launcher anyway. Now the flare is out, we're going to deploy our grenadiers. See, we have plenty of time before we get into range of any of these defenses. So I can go ahead and focus back up at the top here. So Boat of Critters clears out the rest of this runway for the subsequent Zuka hit, and now it's time to work on some more core defenses. The next most important defense to get down would be this rocket launcher here. Since these are machine guns, if these were mortars or something like that, then maybe I would hit something different, but they weren't, so I didn't have to. At this point I'm getting into the shock blaster range, so it's time to come over to this side of the beach. I can show some ranges here so you can see kind of what I'm working with. At this point I'm not going to use any more gunboat energy to move my grins around, so they're just going to farm, and I'll focus back up here. I used a boat of critters to clear out this whole top row of mines, just in case the next hit wanted to go to 12 for any reason. So we're left with these 3 mines around core. They're all, or these 4 mines, they're all level 21 mines. So if I leave just 1, that's okay. Because Zukas without troop health can still handle level 21 mine. So I know I need to get these 3, and at this point critters are cheaper than artillery. So I'll go ahead and speed this up, but I end up just dropping some critters right here, like that, to get those. So I thought critters could potentially also get that mine, so that's why critters there instead of a artillery. Then our second attack coming in is an all Zuka hit. So let me put that info up. Okay. And for this hit, he's going to go ahead and just clear out the last little bit of shock mines just in case. This machine gun had, I think, 16k health on it, so it's easy just to get it out of there with gunboat energy before even starting. It's one of the nice things about being 6'4", and on this left side rogue hit for the finish, is that it's not very gunboat energy intensive once you get to the core, but the time that you spend getting there is important. So right here I kind of want to show this off. We have a corner flare, a nice javelin flare, but he was not happy with how they were spread, so he's going to shorten up, anchor on this power cell, and then reflare. And probably the only time lost with that is, a second, maybe 2 seconds. So not ideal, but much better to be able to save all the Zukas going the whole way back than even let a couple die here, because again we are only working with 4 troop damage statues, so getting the damage on a core is the most important thing for this one. So when you come to this side, you're in this rocket launcher's blind spot. We have this level 21 mine that we talked about before, and this is just going to be 2 shocks to clear out all these machine guns. Double smoke is really important because there's not a lot of spot for the Zukas to stand in, so they'll spread a considerable amount. So you have to make sure to double shock the landing there. Or double smoke the landing, and then 2 shocks cover all the defenses that can shoot you, except for a couple cannons, but who cares. So we'll go ahead and clear everything out. Again, we don't have to worry about this machine gun. We're just outside of its range over here. So we'll go ahead and reflare to 9, and we'll use some critters for distraction on the cannons, and then we'll think a little bit better and put critters on the very corner for distraction and to get some damage on. So I think that he finishes this hit with around 2 seconds left. Yeah, this is the left side strategy that we go with when we have rogue, and it's really nice to be able to get a rogue and massive attack down in just 2 hits. So he has a little bit more time in ×4, and it's going to be all gone. So this has been another Opry play with Trichon 1.0, and thanks for watching.